Okay, we have studied nomenclature of aldehyde ketones both by common method and direct method. Let me tell here some important compounds which are named by the Lipad system and also common method. Say for example, aldehydes. Some typical examples: CH2, double bond CH, CH2. The common name of this compound is acrylene. Remember the name. Everything you have to remember. Acrylene, or it is also called as acrolein. You know how to remember Lipad method. 1, 2, 3. It is rho. Now. Similarly, you know this compound. Common name of this compound is phthalate, phthalate. You know phthalic acid. This is phthalic acid. So, each acid of phthalic acid is called aldehyde. Whereas the Lipad system, it is benzene, 1, 2 carbaldehyde. I mentioned that in aromatic compounds, when the CHO group is attached to the ring, last time I told you, when it is attached to the ring, it is called as carbaldehyde. This one is benzene carbaldehyde, and this is benzene 1,2 carbaldehyde. That is that the first carbon and the second carbon of the benzene contains CHO group. Therefore, it is called as benzene 1,2 carbaldehyde. It's a exact name. Similarly, this compound, CHCOCH3. This is called as acetyl oxide, common name acetyl oxide. In fact, then we can take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the second carbon contains carbonyl group, third carbon contains double bond, and the fourth carbon contains methyl group. Therefore, name accordingly: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is pent. Before that, we have to name this prefix CH3. The CH3 is present from which carbon? First, second, third, fourth. Therefore, it is 4-methyl. Pent 3-ene. O. 4-methyl pent 3-O. So that is the Lipad name of the compound. Similarly, another important compound, CH3, CCH3, double bond CH, CO, CH, CCH3, CCH3. These two compounds you will be studying when you are studying the acetone. This is obtained by the reaction between 2 molecules of acetone. Here this is the compounds obtained by reaction between 3 molecules of acetone. This is one part of the acetone, second part of the acetone, third part of the acetone. So this you are getting there. You are, when you are studying the property of the acetone, you come across with these two compounds. And here this is called as porone. Common name of this compound is porone. And Ipax system 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the fourth carbon is carrying carbonyl group. Fourth carbon is having O. This is second carbon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Second and sixth carbon are carrying two methyl groups. Therefore, you call this as 2, 6 dash dimethyl. Two methyl groups are there. So you have named this methyl and this methyl. Then you have to name 1, 2. Second carbon is containing triple double bond. 3, 4, 5 is containing double bond. Therefore, you are getting there 2, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. F. After 2, 5. E. O. 4. Fourth carbon has got the ketonic. Therefore, the name of this compound is the exact name of this compound is 2,6-dimethyl hep-2,5-dienol-4. So this is how you have to name the organic compound by the exact method. With that, let us go on another important paragraph of this topic. It is isomerism. You know what are isomers? Isomers are the compound having the same formula, molecular formula, but different properties. You know that. And is classified into different types of isomers. Now here, aldehydes and ketones. You know, these compounds are obtained starting from alcohol. For example, CH3, CH2, OH. From this alcohol, how can we get the aldehyde? Can you tell me? CH3, right? Aldehyde. CH3, CH, double bond O. That means you have removed two hydrogens. When you remove two hydrogens, you are getting CH3, CHO. And you know the molecular formula of the alcohol is CN H2N plus 2O. CN H2N plus 2O. 1, 2 H6. This is the molecular formula. Look here, 3, 4, 5, 6. One oxygen. Now from this you have removed two hydrogen. So what is the general formula of aldehyde and ketones? General formula of aldehyde is remove two hydrogen atoms. This hydrogen atom and this hydrogen atom is removed. Therefore the formula is CN H2NO. This is the general formula of aldehyde or a ketone. Now this formula, the compound having this particular formula show different isomers. Let us take for example C4HAO. Here carbon atoms are 4. Double the 4 means A. C4HAO. This particular compound show different isomers. What are the different isomers possible for this? Can you write? Try. You please try to write the different isomers for this. Two important isomers I'll give you. That is CH3, CH2, CH2, CH2. 4 carbons, 8 hydrogens, 1 oxygen. Another isomer is CH3, CH2, CO, CH3. You know, these are functional isomers. These two types of isomers are known as functional isomers. And you know, when the compound is containing more than 3 carbons, hello? If the compound is containing more than 3 carbons, 4 or more, it will have different type of isomers. Chain isomer. 4 carbon atoms may be connected in 2 different ways. As I told here, these are 4 carbon atoms. These 4 carbon atoms may be connected in this way or in this way. Therefore, it will show this chain isomer. Suppose you write the CH group here, write HO here. You are getting 2 different compounds there. What are the compounds? What are the names of this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Butanol 1. This is butanol 1. And how about this one? 1, 2, 3. Propanol. And it has a second carbon has got a methyl group. Therefore, it is 2-methyl propanol. Good. 2-methyl propanol. This is butanol. So, the aldehyde part will get 2 types of aldehydes. One is butanol and the other is 2-methyl propanol. Therefore, this compound has got 1, 2 and 3 structures. 1 CH3, CH2, 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 butanol 1. This is propanol, 2-methyl propanol, second. And this one, butanol. Because you write carbon here you cannot write like this. No, it is not possible. Branch is not possible. Because the middle carbon, if it is containing O there, you can't put CH3 also there. Therefore, this has no chain isomer. Only this isomer is possible. Okay? So in keto, if the compounds contain more than 4 carbon atoms, then the chain isomers are possible. Remember. So this is a compound. Further, this compound also shows another type of isomer. Can you think? This is containing 2 hydrogen less than the corresponding alcohol. Alcohol, you know. Alcohol is CN, H2N plus 2 and O. Right? Now this is the compound where you can write the structure as unsaturated alcohol. This is saturated alcohol. Here it is 2 hydrogen less. It means you will get unsaturated alcohol. That is, say for example, this compound can be also written having the structural formula CCCOH. Okay. Now write CH3, CH, double bond, CH, CH2. Look here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is unsaturated alcohol. If this unsaturated alcohol is there, again you will have different isomers. Chain isomer is possible, positional isomer is possible. So look how many types of compounds you can prepare out of that. So here 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now write 1, 2, 3, 4. Write OH here. Or you can write OH here. No problem. Maintaining the double bond. Maintaining the double bond. So you are getting CH3, CH, double bond C, OH, CH3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So this is another type of compound. This compound are different. In what they are different? Tell me. This is called as positional isomer. OH is present on the first carbon, here OH is present on the second carbon. Okay? When you say it is unsaturated alcohol, definitely you know alcohols and ethers are isomers. Alcohol and ethers are isomers. Therefore, unsaturated alcohol means there must be unsaturated ether also. Unsaturated ether also. So that possible is also there. Or not? When you think of the alcohol, definitely think of ether. Alcohols and ethers are isomers, functional isomers. Now when you think of the unsaturated alcohol, definitely you may think of the unsaturated ether or cyclic ether. So with this formula, you have cyclic ether and unsaturated ether. For example, look here, oxygen, CH2, CH3, CH, double bond, CH2. What is this one? One which is not there and the which is not there. It is two hydrogen short. Okay? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4 carbon, 8 hydrogen, 1 oxygen. What is this compound? What is this compound? Tell me. This is ethyl. And this one is vinyl. Ethyl, vinyl, ether. Ethyl, vinyl, ether. Okay? So this is another type of ether. Or you may have structure like this. CH2, 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 O. This is cyclic ether. Cyclic ether. This is called as oxetane. This is the cyclic ether which is called as oxetane. So remember, so many types of isomers are possible. Please don't get yourself confused. Look to the formula. Compare with the alcohol. Compare with the unsaturated alcohol. Compare with unsaturated alcohol. Compare with the branch isomers. So ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ಲಕ್ಷ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ಕೊಡ್ರಿ. ಐಸೋಮರ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ 4ಕ್ಕಿಂತ 3ಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಇತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ಚೈನ್ ಐಸೋಮರ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. And that is possible in case of aldehyde containing 4 carbon. Ketone ಒಳಗೆ 4 carbon ಇದೆ ketone chain isomer ಆಗಲ್ಲ. Chain isomers are possible only when it is containing more than 4, 5 carbon. You will get different positional isomers are there. Therefore, you have to work out very carefully. Please understand. Please understand. You have to work out very carefully. See how many types of isomers are possible here. So many types. You know that it is having the functional isomers, positional isomers, chain isomers, unsaturated alcohol, unsaturated ether, cyclic ether. So many compounds are possible. Please try to note down these things. That what I have told does not appear for your PUC secondary examination. This I am giving it extra information whenever it is asked for the CET or the NEET. Okay? Otherwise, H2NO. Think of different types of isomers. That is, it will have aldehydes, ketones. That is the functional isomer. Aldehydes having more than 3 carbon, chain isomers possible. Ketones with more than 4 carbon, position isomers, and chain isomers are possible. So for different examples, you will get the different things. Apart from this, we also show unsaturated alcohol. So all these types of isomers are possible for the compound containing C and H2SO. I will give you the example. Okay? But think of only these things. Aldehyde ketones, non-functional isomers. Aldehydes having more than 3 carbon atoms, they should chain isomer. Ketones with more than 4 carbon atoms, they should position isomers and the chain isomers. This is sufficient to know for the PUC second year annual examination. These things you forget. These things, the question may be asked in the CET or NEET exam. Accordingly, you must cover this thing and answer. So this is regarding the isomerism of aldehyde ketones, which I have the general formula CnH2nO. That means the compound having 2 hydrogen atoms less than alcohol. When 2 hydrogen less than alcohol, unsaturated alcohol is also possible. Unsaturated ethers are also possible. So think in those particular lines. Right? Let us see preparations. We are discussing the preparation of aldehyde and ketones in 3 different phases. One is preparation of aldehyde and ketones, common methods. Preparation of aldehyde and ketones. Aldehyde and ketones can be prepared, one, from alcohols by what? Ether. Aldehyde ketones having how many hydrogen atom less? 2 hydrogen less than what? Alcohol. So from alcohols by what reaction can you tell me? Alcohol aldehyde ketone ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? 2 ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಹೌದಾ? So from alcohols you can prepare the aldehyde and ketone by what method? Tell me, come on. Yes, dehydrogenation. Okay, so from alcohols by what reaction? Dehydrogenation. It means removal of 2 hydrogen atoms. I already told you. So alcohols by dehydrogenation. This method is applicable for the alcohols which are volatile in nature. Immediately they should be converted to vapors. Right? So this is possible for the volatile alcohols. Either primary or secondary. Say for example, ethyl alcohol. From this we can get the aldehyde by removal of H of the functional group and H of the alpha carbon. This is alpha carbon. So H of hydroxyl group and alpha hydrogen atoms are removed. How? Simple. This is passed over copper catalyst heated at 573 kelvins or 300 degrees centigrade. So when it is passed over this copper catalyst at that particular temperature, hydrogen is removed. Therefore, there is elimination of hydrogen, which is called as dehydrogenation. Which is called as dehydrogenation. What means? CH3CHO. Very simple. So this is a convenient method This H is gone, therefore double bond will pop here. Therefore you are getting CH2 there. So this is a convenient method of preparation of aldehydes from alcohol. Make it. It's a convenient method. Preparation of aldehyde or ketone. Now here we are taking the aldehyde because this is the primary alcohol. What is primary alcohol? Propane. CH2OH. CH2OH is primary alcohol. This group is called as primary alcohol. Secondary alcohol if you take, for example, CH3, CH, OH, CH3. Okay, this is secondary alcohol. What is the second alcohol? Second alcohol is the one which is connected CH2H. Here CH2H, CH2H. CH2H is the second alcohol. So it is CH2H. Again, when you pass, what is the name of this compound? Can you tell me? 1, 2, 3. Propanol 2. Propanol 2. I need not write it. You know the things very well. You know it. 1, 2, 3. Pro. All is taken on second carbon. That was propanol 2. Take down. Propanol 2 barcode pagare. Now for the propanol 2 again, when it is passed over the copper at 573 kilograms. Definitely, this H and what? This H, alpha. Alpha carbon again, alpha carbon, यहाँ तक हो जाए, confuse not to be alpha carbon no. So you weigh H of the OH and H of the alpha carbon. H of the alpha carbon is removed. H and H separates out as H2. Plus one get CH3, CO, CH3. Okay? So in the dehydrogenation reaction, what happens? H of the OH group and H of alpha carbon are eliminated. Therefore, primary alcohol will give you the aldehyde, secondary alcohol will give you ketone. Can you tell me why you cannot prepare ketone or aldehyde from tertiary alcohol? Tertiary alcohol is this. This is tertiary alcohol. COH. CH2OH is primary, CHOH is secondary, COH is tertiary. Why you are not getting either aldehyde or ketone there? Because alpha carbon does not contain hydrogen. Very good. How that? So this is alpha, hydrogen is there, but where is the alpha hydrogen is not there. अगर ये ना को ढेर दोनों, ये ना बोलो, आवाज ये ना कहते हैं, tertiary alcohol इधर ये ना कहते हैं, OH group होता है, hydrogen of the beta carbon, OH group and hydrogen of the beta carbon or beta hydrogen atom. What is beta carbon? What is beta hydrogen? This is alpha, this is beta, this is beta, this is beta. याद है one beta. आप beta line one hydrogen हो गई था. तीन hydrogen हो सकते हैं. हौदा? ಏನು ಬಂತು? ಹೇಳ್ರು? ಏನು ಬಂತು? ಈ OH ಹೋದ? ಇದೇ ಚೋತು. ಇಂಟರ್ವಲ್ ಬಂತು. Alkene. So tertiary alcohol will not give you either aldehyde or ketone. It gives you only alkene. Beta elimination takes place there. That's called as beta elimination. You have studied in case of alcohol very well. So this is the beta emission. Therefore, tungsten alcohol will not give you ordinary ketone. What it gives? It will give you alkene. By what reaction? Dehydration, not dehydrogenation. Is it okay? So this is one method, and this is the convenient method of preparation of the ordinary ketone. Which is the convenient method? Starting from the primary or secondary alcohol by heating over the copper, that is dehydration reaction. This is one. Secondly, preparation of ordinary ketones can be done by a simple method by dehydrogenation of alcohol. Secondly, by oxidation of alcohol. Oxidation of alcohol. Here, the same type of reaction takes place. Just like here, dehydrogenation reaction takes place. The H of the OH and the H of the alpha hydrogen, alpha carbon. Only difference here is it will react with the oxidizing agent. Okay, so when this is treated, say for example, CS3 CH2OH, when this is treated with mild oxidizing agent, for example, chromic oxide CaO3 in CS2. Chromic oxide will react here. CS2 is a solvent. You have to carry out the reaction with a solvent. Okay. So what happens here? Same thing takes place. What is that the H of the OH group and alpha hydrogen separator. Here dehydration takes place. Since you are making your CrO3 oxidizing agent, it will supply oxygen. These two hydrogens are removed out of the oxygen. That is the only thing. Almost same reaction, almost not same reaction. Two hydrogens are removed. And this you are using the oxidizing agent here, the mild oxidizing agent you must use. A mild oxidizing agent. So it will give you CS3, CH, double bond O, instead of getting H2, H2O is formed. That is the only difference. It is also dehydrogenation. Only thing is that hydrogen atom removed is reacting with the oxygen. That's the only thing. But if you take, you should remember here that oxidation reaction have to be carried out in presence of less powerful oxidizing agent, not strong oxidizing agent. Suppose you take a strong oxidizing agent like potassium dichromate and sulfuric acid, or potassium permanganate and sulfuric acid. This is powerful oxidizing agent than this. ಏನು ಆಗುದಿಲ್ಲ, ಆಲ್ಡಿಹೈಡ್ ಆಗ್ತೈತಿ, ಆದ್ರೆ ಆಲ್ಡಿಹೈಡ್ ಹೊರಬಿಡುದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಲ್ಡಿಹೈಡ್ is very sensitive to oxidation. Is that clear? Aldehyde is very sensitive for the oxidation reaction. When you are making with the powerful oxidizing agent, what happens there? This H converts to OH. What do you get? Acid. Aldehydes are not available there. Aldehyde should not get, because the aldehyde which is formed immediately reacts with the other oxygen atom present in the strong oxidation. Therefore, here you are not getting the aldehyde. The reaction takes place by formation of aldehyde only. But ಮೊದಲು aldehyde ಹಾಕೈತದು. ಆ ನಂತರ ಏನಾಗೈತಪ್ಪ? ಆ ನಂತರ ಏನಾಗೈತಂದ್ರೆ CS3 CO H. ಹೌದಾ? ಅಥವಾ ಹೀಗೂ ತಿನ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹಿಂಗೆ ಬರೆಯುತ್ತೆ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್. ಹ್ಯಾಂಗೆ ಬರೀಬೋದು? ಇದನ್ನ CrO3 ಕೂಡ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಒಂದು ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಕೂಡ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಹೌದಾ? ಹೌದಂದ್ರೆ ಹುಡುಗರು ಒಂದು ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಮೈಲ್ಡ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಏನಾಗೈತಿ? ಈ H OH ಇದನ್ನೇ ಯಾವ್ದ ಆಲ್ಫಾ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ OH ಈ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಆಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ CH3 CH OH ಮೊದಲ ಐತಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು OH form and you know it is a ಏನು ಅನ್ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಯಾಕೆ 2H ಕ್ಷಮಕ್ಕೆ ಸೇಮ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಏನಾಕೈತಿ dehydration immediately water molecule is removed. So CH3 CH what ಇಲ್ಲೇನಾಗೈತಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲೇನಾಗೈತಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಇದು HOH ಆಕೈತಿ ಇದು HOH ಆಕೈತಿ ಹೌದಾ ಅದೇನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬೀಟಾ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಕೊಡೋದು ಅದೇ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕಿದೆ ಸಿ ಇದು OH ಇದು OH ಒಂದು OH ಮಾತ್ರ ಐತಿ ಹೌದಾ distance table 3 OH groups are there on the same carbon atom. Therefore this also removes a molecular water. Look H OH H2 water means CH3 CO okay, therefore you cannot make use of potassium dichromate or potassium permanganate with sodium hydroxide sulfuric. No. Why? Because you are not getting aldehyde, immediately you are getting acid, corresponding acid. Therefore, that is why ಇದೇನಾಗೈತಿ ಈ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಪ್ರಮಾಣದಾಗ ಆಸಿಡ್ ಅನ್ನು ಹಾಕಬಹುದಿಲ್ಲ ಆಲ್ಡಿಹೈಡ್ ಆಸಿಡ್ ಅನ್ನು ಹಾಕಬಹುದು. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೈ ಐ ಟೋಲ್ಡ್ convenient method of preparation of aldehyde is dehydrogenation. ಅದು ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಇದು ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಐತಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಪರ್ ಕೂಡ ಹೀಟ್ ಮಾಡತ್ತಾರೆ ಬರೀ ಕಾಪರ್ ಕೂಡ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಕಾಪರ್ ಕೂಡ ಹೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಕತ್ತೇವೆ ಹೌದಾ ಅವಾಗ ಏನಾಗೈತಿ aldehyde. That's why I told the convenient method of preparation of aldehyde is dehydrogenation reaction of alcohol. Remember it? Follow? Not follow. Shall I repeat it? Okay. So we know that aldehyde ketones can be prepared from either primary alcohol or secondary alcohol. Aldehyde from primary alcohol we get aldehyde, secondary alcohol we get ketone. If you make use of the powerful oxidizing agents like potassium permanganate and potassium dichromate with sulfuric acid, the reaction takes place to give you not aldehyde but acid. Say for example, if you take primary alcohol, ethanol, primary alcohol. If you react it with potassium permanganate with sulfuric acid or potassium dichromate K2Cr2O7 and sulfuric acid, it is a powerful oxidizing agent. These two are very powerful oxidizing agents. So what happens here is you will not get the aldehyde but you will get the acid because first it will undergo reaction to give you aldehyde only. ಆದರೆ ಈ aldehyde is highly reactive towards the oxidizing agent oxidation reaction. Now this aldehyde obtained will further react with oxidizing agent because you are making use of a powerful oxidizing agent. This will further react with the oxygen of the oxidizing agent and convert it into CH3 COOH. So you are not getting the aldehyde but you will get the acid directly. Aldehyde is not obtained there. Therefore, you cannot make use of potassium permanganate or potassium dichromate or sulfuric acid. No. So here, when reaction takes place, you get CH3 COH. OH is already there. This H also converts into OH. Oxidation reaction, powerful oxidation, and this will further give you acid. Removal of OH and H. You get this. That is how you are not getting aldehyde, but you are getting the direct acid. Therefore, you cannot make use of potassium permanganate or potassium dichromate to sulfuric acid because it is a strong oxidizing agent. ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೈಸ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ aldehyde ಏನು ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತೈತಲ್ಲ ಈ ಆಲ್ಡಿಹೈಡ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಕೂಡ ಬೇರೆ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ವೆರಿ ಫಾಸ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ಆಲ್ಡಿಹೈಡ್ is very active towards the oxidizing agent. Therefore, the aldehyde converts into acid. Therefore, you cannot make use of this one. On the other hand, you can mild oxidizing agents like there is a compound, organic compound which is called as PCC. PCC. Pyridium chlorochromate. Pyridium chlorochromate. It is a mixture of pyridine, chromic oxide, and HCl. This is a copper complex. And so chromium complex. This is PCC is a mild oxidizing agent. It will bring about oxidation of only primary alcohol or secondary alcohol. If any other groups are there which can be oxidized, will not undergo oxidation, not follow. I'll tell you. Say for example, you have got a compound like this. Unsaturated alcohol, primary alcohol. This is primary alcohol. If you make use of potassium permanganate oxidizing agent with sulfuric acid, this will convert into COH. ಮತ್ತೇನಾಗ್ಬೋದು ಹೇಳ್ರಿ ನೋಡಿ. PUC ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಇಟ್ಟು ನೆನಪು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಡ್ರಿ. ಈ ಡಬಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಏನಾಕೈತಿ, ಅದು ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತೈತಿ. ಇದು ಓ ಆದು ಇದು ಓ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿ ಅಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಹೋಗ್ತೈತಿ. ಏನು ಬರ್ತಿದ ಆಲ್ಡಿಹೈಡ್, ಇದು ಒಂದು ಆಲ್ಡಿಹೈಡ್. ಈ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ಆಲ್ಡಿಹೈಡ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿ COH ಆಗ್ತೈತಿ. ಹೌದಾ? Therefore, you cannot make use of strong oxidizing agent like potassium permanganate sulfuric acid. If this is used, the reaction will take place at the double bond and also at the primary alcohol. You are not getting the required aldehyde. But if you carry out the reaction with PCC, you know the PCC full form, pyridium chlorochromate. ಏನದು ಇದು ಮಿಕ್ಸರ್ ಎತ್ತರದ್ದು ಪಿರಿಡಿನು ಕ್ರೋಮಿಕ್ ಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್ HCl. ಪಿರಿಡಿಯಂ ಕ್ಲೋರೋಕ್ರೋಮೇಟ್. ಕ್ಲೋರೋ ಬರ್ತದೆ ಅನುಕೂಲ HCl ಅಂತ ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಪಿರಿಡಿನಿಯಂ ಅಂದರೆ ಪಿರಿಡಿನ್, ಕ್ರೋಮೇಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ Cl ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್? ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ ಮಿಕ್ಸರ್ ಆಫ್ ಪಿರಿಡಿನ್, ಕ್ರೋಮಿಕ್ ಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್ and HCl. This is called as PCC, pyridium chlorochromate. So this is a particular oxidizing agent which will oxidize only the alcohol group. Here it is a primary alcohol group. So this primary alcohol group converts into CHO. Double bond remains as it is. Nothing happens there because PCC is a reaction which takes place only at primary alcohol or secondary. Therefore, you are getting CH3, CH, double bond CH, CH2, CH2. So the unsaturated alcohol, to get unsaturated aldehyde, you have to make use of PCC. Question ಕೇಳಬಹುದು, ಯಾವ್ದಾರ ಅನ್ಸಟ್ರೇಟೆಡ್ ಆಲ್ಕೋಹಾಲ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ಆಲ್ಡಿಹೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾವ ಏಜೆಂಟ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ಏನದು PCC, or it is also called as Collins reagent. Collins reagent. ಹೌದಾ? ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಕೋಹಾಲ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಕೀಟನಾಶಕ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಫರಕ. ಏನಪ್ಪ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ CH2H, second alcohol. So when this is treated with PCC, you will get the corresponding ketone. That's CH here, H of OH and H of alpha. Remember that. So you are getting CH3, CH, CO, CH3, right sir? CH3, CH, CO, CH3. Okay? So that is how you are getting the compound. Right? So by using the foliar incident or PCC, uncertain alcohol, primary, uncertain secondary alcohol can be converted into uncertain aldehyde or uncertain ketone. Follow? No follow. Artha aitala? So in this class, we have studied the method of preparation of the aldehyde and ketones, starting from primary alcohol by dehydrogenation, convenient method, or by oxidation reaction. Oxidation reaction, we have to use here mild oxalic agent like chromic oxide or PCC. And then another reagent is there, I'll tell next time. Okay, thank you.